Yo, what's up? What they do? How y'all doing today? See what I'm saying? Life. I'm here to talk about media. It's the webcam, it's a little bit fuzzy. But yeah, you talk about the media life, you know what I mean? First, let's go to the media. You see what I'm saying? LeBron James. LeBron James and Isaiah Stewart had a fight, a couple days ago, and LeBron ended up getting suspended for one game, as well as Isaiah Stewart. He got suspended for 2 games. Now, that fight, right, is a fight that, every once in a while, the NBA happen to conjure up something that's going to, be trending, and lots of people are gonna, cover it. If I remember the last time there was a major fight, similar to this one, but the other one was even more aggressive. There was Ron Artest and, Steven Jackson, what's his name, on Detroit. But they got into a major fight, and they even got into a fight with the fans. And of course, right, those players got some major suspensions and, of course, major warnings because of, what went on. And of course, their behavior was over the top, right? So it created a lot of problems for the NBA. But, right now, the NBA is not making so much money as people think. NBA is similar in many ways, like wrestling, right? Not everything that you see is true, right? Of course, it's all about business, it's all about making money. In order for you to do that, you have to always entertain, you have to always put on a show. And LeBron James, right, is the face of the NBA still. And of course, there's others that are trying, you know what I mean? They're trying to become the face of the NBA. And in order to do that, right, basically, you gotta play with the line, right? You have to go with, what they tell you, right? And sometimes they put on a show, right? Even though it's graphic, right? Just for more entertaining, just for more ratings. You see what I'm saying? So that's the NBA for you, right? Now let's talk about life. Let's talk about famine. A lot of things that, right, we should prepare for. Like, you know what I mean? Because, the ports of Vancouver is having difficulties because of the flood in BC, and a lot of people are displaced. A lot of farm animals have been destroyed and wiped out. So then, what's going to happen? You see what I'm saying? What's going to happen? At the end of the day, we are just going to suffer for the inflations, right? These inflations, right, create hike prices in everything we do. And if we do not prepare, right, then we're going to suffer for it, because this is a worldwide problem. I know that the bad weather took place last week in BC, and it created so much problems for BC. But BC is connected to the rest of the country and has the biggest ports in the country, right? They supply majority of the country from Vancouver ports because that's how many things, you know what I mean, come into the country. And then they obviously supply to the rest of the country. So if they're affected, the main hub, right, of destination for shipments in and out of the country, if the main hub is suffering, then eventually we are also going to suffer as well. So that's something that you guys need to think about because this famine is going to happen for a good 4 years. See what I'm saying? Or even longer, depending on how the economy recovers, right? I mean, there's jobs out there, but the jobs you need to be vaccinated. You see, virtual reality or YouTube virtual world is the best place to make your money because you are your own boss. If you start, your own channels, if you jump on the networks, you're your own boss. You create, right, to influence others so that, right, they can be inspired by what you are showing them or what you have expressed to them, right? And so, in that perspective, right, it gives you more room, more freedom to be creative, more ways and ideas to come up with to be able to also create money as well. So it gives you many, many things, right? That changes a lot of things. You see what I'm saying? So, what are you doing physically, mentally, and spiritually to prepare for the famine that is happening in front of us? We know there's jobs, but only a certain sector of jobs what's it called, needs to be done. The rest of the jobs can be done by robots. As you can see, Amazon is slowly but surely replacing almost all their employees from the warehouses and soon to be delivery and replace them with robots. Because guess what? Jeff Bezos is a billionaire, right? He has a lot of money, a lot of resources, a lot of connections. And of course, he's friends with Elon Musk, right? They happen to be billionaires. That is all about advancement, technological wise, right? Advancement. So one wants to go to Mars, and the other just want to continuously be powerful more and more. And so to be more business efficient, you'll have to hire robots, right? Robots that you're going to purchase for a lot of money, but these robots are going to work for you for generations to come. And as years go by, they get better to the point that they can 100% efficiently create a business from scratch and generate money without you doing anything. You're just sending them on a task and they're able to complete it from the beginning to the end. Robots don't take rest, right? You see all these mandates that's taking place. It's going to affect your pockets. It's going to affect your fridge. It's going to affect your household. It's going to affect everything that you do, whether it's extracurricular whether it's essential or not. You see what I'm saying? So what are you gonna do? Right? A lot of times, right, gyms are not open, right, for anyone who's not vaccinated. So being healthy for the unvaccinated can be tricky, right? Because if you don't feel motivated in your house to exercise, to work out, to take care of yourself, right? Usually people say, oh, I'm going to put on the back burner and I'm going to make sure that I sign up for the gym and I'll be motivated to go to the gym. See what I'm saying? But now, no gym will really accept you if you're unvaxxed. So you have to find other creative ways so that you can be what? You can remain in shape. You gotta eat proper good food. Remember, eat living things, not dead. If you eat living things, you live longer. You know what I'm saying? If you eat living things. But if you eat dead things, then you die faster. Why? Because living things, your body can process it faster and easier. See what I'm saying? But dead things, your body can't process it. And it takes a very long time for your body to send it out of your system. You see what I'm saying? So you have to understand that there is a lot of confusion in the world. See what I'm saying? There's a lot of problems. But in the midst of all these problems, you must find your soul. You must protect your soul. Because your soul does not belong to you. It does not belong to the devil either. But it belongs to God, King of Kings, Lord of Lords. You see, that is why we should not brush aside God. We should not put aside God. That is why we shouldn't do those things. Because God is only shaking his head, saying, as far as you can go, I already know. As smart as you can be, he already know. You know, it's funny how lots of people, you know what they try to do? They think that they can outsmart God because they went to engineering school or science school. And so they're starting to learn how to take care, what works. Why is certain, things the way it is, right? Why is our genetics the way it is? And all kinds of things people do. But all these things that you're doing, you have to be what? Inspired. Somebody has to show you and teach you. And you have to be motivated, meaning that you must be in agreement to cooperate, that you like and you care about making a difference in that sector of teaching. And so somebody will teach you. Others, right, they won't teach you, right? They can show you practical, hands on. That is teaching, but there is, you know, classroom teaching and the field teaching, right? So you need a little bit of both in both classroom and out in the field. You see what I'm saying? So that is life, right? Best thing you can do is you must take care of yourself. Not just yourself. If you have kids, take care of your kids. You educate your kids, right? You make sure they eat the right food. They do the right things. See what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, right, we're in sort of like a stage of rapid change, you know? It's a state of rapid change when things are changing rapidly. Different, ever since Kobe Bryant died, right? It's one problem, major problem after the other, after the other, after the other. Now, I'm not saying that, you know, but it sort of seemed like it was an agenda. I can't breathe, right? Find out he was a Mason. And so his father was a Mason, you know? And sometimes when they're in those groups, they require their children, right, to be sacrificed. And they accept that. See what I'm saying? And so beware of the occultic groups. See, sacrifice requires blood. Jesus Christ died for all of our sins and took care of us by giving us a chance that we didn't deserve and we could not have achieved without help. And still, right, there's people that change their mind. There's people who doubt Jesus Christ. Why? You see what I'm saying? Why would they doubt Jesus Christ? Why do they think that he doesn't know? But yet, the demons, the spirits, the entities, the principalities, they all know of Jesus. And that if they come in encounter with Jesus, they would have to bow. And they will be very afraid. So imagine you understanding the power of God and what the demons know he's capable of. If your own enemy, because who do we fight against? Most of the time, it's the devil, right? That have created different manipulations because he creates illusions, right? His illusion, right, is what gives you a false hope, a false dream, so that when you think you have made it, matter of fact, you have taken 1,000 steps back, right? Because guess what? The devil can never help you to successfully succeed in the things you do other than evil. See what I'm saying? He cannot guarantee you heaven. All he knows is this earth and the things in the earth. And of course, the things that God has left him with. Right? Because God hasn't taken his power away from him yet. But it is to help us so that, right, we can withstand, right, all the problems, all the confusion. We can understand the things that God didn't want us to intake, right? Because he created us in such a way where he always put us on a high pedestal. He never demoted us. It is us that demoted ourselves by not listening, by, I guess, thinking that we know more. And so we have this issue today where, we have all kinds of problems in society. We have all kinds of problems with the weather. And so life has come in many ways, very quickly to affect our lives. See what I'm saying? Affect the way we eat, what we eat, how we look. Everything about us is affected by COVID. COVID has changed the way sports are, has changed the way we do everything, has changed the way we make relationships, has changed who we think is good to be around us and who we think shouldn't be around us. So again, let me know what you guys think. All right, comment, share, subscribe to all my content. Have a nice day. Have a nice night. Thank you. Bye now.